Good evening. Here we go. My name is Chris Dodge, and I'm the CTE director here at Salem High School. I'd like to welcome you to our 2018 National Technical Honor Society induction. Before we dive deep into the ceremony this evening, we have a special presentation this evening, and I'd like to invite Stacy Colonna from Prudential to come to the stage for that presentation.
Thank you and good evening. It's a great pleasure to be here to honor a very special young woman. My company, Prudential Financial, in partnership with the National Association of Secondary School Principals, sponsors the Prudential Spirit of Community Award. This national program honors middle school and high school students for their outstanding volunteer service. Thousands of young people across the country were considered for the 2018 Spirit of Community Awards. From all of these, one middle level and one high school student in each state and the District of Columbia have been selected for special recognition. Here in New Hampshire, I am delighted to report that our top high school honoree is your own Brianna Demers. Brianna, will you come forward? So excited. Brianna has been singled out from all the high school students in New Hampshire for her outstanding service to the community. Brianna helps provide television coverage of community meetings and events as a volunteer for public access television stations in Salem and Londonderry, and teaches and mentors younger students in filmmaking as the leader of her school's film club. Brianna, we want you to come to Washington, D.C. this April to join all the other state honorees from across the country for 4 days of special recognition events. During the trip, you will be presented with your $1,000 award and will be considered for one of the 10 national awards. I would like to present you now with an engraved Prudential Spirit of Community Silver Medallion in recognition of your outstanding community service. So on a personal note, I just want everybody to be aware just how great of honor this is. This is akin to the Academy Awards of community service, so she should definitely be commended. We also have another one of your students who was selected as a distinguished finalist for her exemplary voluntary service. Caitlin Wilson, would you stand up? I am also pleased to pronounce you a Prudential Spirit of Community Distinguished Finalist for the state of New Hampshire. On May 23rd, I will return for your award ceremony to present you with your bronze medallion in recognition of your award. And it looks very similar, nice heft, very good. So, Brianna and Caitlin, congratulations on your well-deserved honors. All right, come here. Come in here. This is for the, both of you. Come on, Caitlin. All right, thank you, and we'll have your award. I'm so sorry we didn't put it together that you guys were at the same school, so. Oh, more pictures? More pictures. Okay. It's okay. All right. Thank you both. Congratulations. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stacy, and we are so proud of these two fine young women. And now we're going to get on with the show. We're back to the script. So at this time, I'd like to ask Brendan Nault to come to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Brendan is in our TV and media production program, and he was actually inducted into the Honor Society last year. Yep.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the induction of the Salem Career and Technical Education Center's chapter of the National Technical Honor Society, class of 2018. The students before us have worked hard and excelled in their career and technical programs while maintaining high academic standing in their core academic classes. It is my pleasure and honor as director of the center to recognize your efforts and thank you for your commitment to the integrity and quality of our CTE programs. Additionally, I would like to extend my thanks and appreciation to the teachers who have contributed to the education, guidance, and success of these fine young men and women. I'd like to give them a round of applause. Thank you. While I don't want to lose focus of this evening, which is the recognition and induction of these outstanding young men and women before us, I want to take a moment to recognize several people who play a key role in the success of these students. Delivering quality education requires a variety of supports to accomplish the goal. We are so fortunate to have a leadership team and faculty across the district who all contribute to the success of our students. While it may seem cliche, it truly does take a village to educate our students. That begins at the very top of the Salem School Board, the leaders of our district, the policymakers, and the financiers. We are so fortunate in Salem to have a school board that can maintain the continuity of our mission, balancing the needs of the schools and taxpayers and setting thoughtful and prudent policy. I'd like to recognize all of our school board members, but particularly Mr. Peter Morgan, who's in attendance this evening. Mr. Morgan, would you just please stand for a moment and be recognized? We also have multiple members of our district leadership team in attendance this evening, and I'd like to recognize, recognition is so important. That includes Mr. David Hasmany, our IT director, who's in the back. One of our deans of students, Jeff Dennis. Our human resources director, Cindy Palermo, whose daughter Gabby is actually being inducted this evening. And Gabby is a CTE rock star like everybody else before us today. I thank you all for taking time from your busy schedules and coming out this evening. I'd also like to recognize Mrs. Terry Berube, our CTE coordinator, for all her support and assistance in making this ceremony possible. Terry was our longtime advisor to the National Technical Honor Society, and I thank her for her commitment to that, so thank you, Terry. In a little while, we're going to hear from two speakers and outstanding leaders. Before I get to that, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize our assistant superintendents on stage, Mrs. Maura Palmer and Mrs. Debbie Pan. And again, I'm so lucky to have the support to be able to do what we do in the CTE Center. I can't thank them enough. In a little while, we'll hear from two speakers and outstanding leaders who will address our inductees. Principal Tracy Collier is a staunch supporter of the CTE programs at Salem High School and recognizes the value of our mission of college and career readiness. I'm deeply grateful for all of Tracy's hard work and countless hours she dedicates to making Salem High School a great school, and I've been working shoulder to shoulder with her for what seems like an eternity now to complete the school project. So thank you, Tracy, for all you do. And Dr. Michael Delahanty, superintendent of schools. I'm not gerrymandering here. I think he's the best superintendent in the state, and we're lucky to have him. When I speak with my CTE colleagues across the state, they're quite jealous, I guess is the word, of the support that we realize here, and it starts with Mike. His support of CTE could not be any greater, and it's that leadership at the top that really makes what I think Salem CTE to be the best CTE center in the state. So thank you, Mike, for your support. And, okay, so the platitudes aside and recognition, again, I'm deeply grateful for all that support, but it's really about you guys. Tonight's your night. It's your night to shine. It's all about you. Take it in, savor it, reflect on it, and enjoy the recognition you're about to receive because you guys have earned it. So, good for you. Okay, let's see. So at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Michael Delahanty, our superintendent of schools, who will say a few remarks.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to congratulate Chris Dodge and his program for the success they have. Chris may extend platitudes, but he's the one deserving of all the credit for having such a wonderful program, a career and technical education program that is indeed the finest in the state of New Hampshire. If you had an opportunity to travel to other CTE centers, or if your children had an opportunity to attend any other centers, then you would know comprehensively ours is truly the finest, and that goes to the teachers that are here, the commitment they make, and all that you do for your students, whether you're parents or guardians, grandparents, loved ones. You support these students day in and day out. I'd love to know some of the things you think about the work that your children do here at the center and here at the high school. You know, it used to be that career and technical education was known as VOC, or vocational education, and we have come so far from the days when we were preparing students for what was going to become their lifelong vocation. Now we're preparing kids for post-secondary experiences in some of the most complex and technologically based programs that you can imagine. And so these are some of the finest students that we have here in the high school. I'm incredibly proud of our career and technical education program. So last Friday, I hear a grinding noise in the left or the passenger side rear brake on my Honda Accord. And I was thinking that I was going to lose a shoe or brake, something was going to happen, but I just wanted to get to this morning when I could contact Matt or Joe and ask if there was something they could do to take a look at this. And then I found out that we have 2 gold medal winning students in our auto program. And it inspired me, gave me a great deal of confidence to know that I was bringing my car to students that are absolutely the best in the state. So I know we had a lot of success at the Skills USA competition this year. A lot of our students were recognized, but I just want to single out Garrett Hool and David Jacobs because our auto program students work on my car. And it's very important to me to have students that are the very best. I also want to acknowledge Brianna Demers and Caitlin Wilson for their work to be acknowledged by the Prudential Insurance Company for their community service and their volunteering. One thing I have to say about our students here, and again, the teachers have a lot to do with this, they're always extending themselves for the betterment of the community, for the betterment of the high school, for the betterment of their fellow students. I'm an honorary member of the Career and Technical Education Honor Society here at the high school, and I can tell you the only way that I would gain admission into this select group is to be an honorary member. I would never earn my way into such a select group. So I want to extend my thanks and appreciation and congratulations to all of our inductees this evening. I want to congratulate the teachers for all of their students' success. Again, without these teachers, these students wouldn't achieve everything that they've been able to achieve. They are remarkable people. Your children are remarkable students. Our director is a remarkable director, and you are remarkable parents, grandparents, loved ones, support system for your students, because we couldn't do what we do without everything you do. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Delahanty. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Tracy Collier, principal of Salem High School.
Thank you, and I also want to congratulate Brianna and Caitlin. It's unusual to have the top 2 volunteers in the state from the same high school, so good job and well done to both of you. I also want to thank Mrs. Berube for her work with CTE, and Mr. Dodge and all of the CTE teachers for their commitment to our students. You know, we have this beautiful new facility, and it will shortly be completed, but without them and all of their hard work, what the students are able to achieve would not come true. Mr. Dodge has certainly set the standard for CTE education in the state of New Hampshire, and I'm very grateful for all of his hard work. So a ceremony like this is an opportunity for us to celebrate and acknowledge and recognize our students, not only for their knowledge that they've acquired through their coursework, but also for their leadership skills, their community service, integrity, and in this case, their first steps towards becoming contributing, competitive, and successful members of our future workforce. Each of you has chosen a career path that you are interested in learning more about through your CTE program. But in addition to taking on the rigor of a CTE program, and they are very demanding, they are just as demanding as any AP honors level course. Our students get involved in many other ways. In addition to their CTE courses, 38% of the Salem students up here are also taking AP classes, honors level classes, they're involved in internships, and some are taking VLAX coursework. And I specifically say the Salem students up here because we also have 13 students from Wyndham High School being inducted in our National Technical Honor Society tonight. And I'd like to commend those students because to balance and trying to manage your schedule and travel between 2 high schools, that is dedication to your education and taking steps to your future. Those students are involved in our health science technology, our automotive program, and our construction technology program. So congratulations to the Wyndham students. Not only are these students quite busy during the day after school, about 42% of our Salem students are also involved in clubs and activities, band, and athletics. So they are certainly well-rounded students, and they have set the bar high and challenged themselves. But this honor is clearly the result of your hard work and perseverance. You have proven that you are a leader and that you have made a commitment to excel academically and in giving back to your community. And I want to wish you, say congratulations and commend you on your initiative. I also want to challenge you to maintain the pride and motivation you feel tonight throughout the remainder of the school year, and for some of you next year, because they're not all seniors, we have some juniors up here, in whatever lies ahead of you beyond Salem High School. You've already proven that you have the ability to make a difference in your corner of the world here at Salem High. The future is very bright for all of you, and the opportunities are endless. Don't shy away from challenge. Continue to embrace them. And to all of the parents and family members in the audience, you have every right to be proud of your child's achievements. To all of the inductees, congratulations on your accomplishments in this evening, and welcome as the newest members of Salem High School's National Technical Honor Society. Thank you.
Inductees, you have been recognized by your career and technical education instructors As a person who is successful in your chosen program, dependable, of worthy character, good mentality, credible achievement, and possess a commendable attitude. Because of your effort and interest, you are eligible for membership in the National Technical Honor Society at Salem High School. At this time, we will start the formal part of our ceremony, and I'd like to invite Peyton LaCroix, who will now present the goal of the society.
The goal of the society is to see that deserving career and technical students be recognized and that people of the community become aware of the talents and abilities of the young people and adults who choose career and technical education pathways to a successful future. Valerie Carino will present the purpose of the organization.
The purpose of this organization shall be to promote the ideals of honesty, service, and leadership, and promote career developmental and skilled workmanship among the career and technical students of America, to reward meritorious achievement in career and technical education, to encourage and assist career and technical students in their pursuit of educational and career goals, to encourage and assist awareness within American business industry and service communities about the talents and abilities of students engaged in career and technical education. Caitlin Wilson will now present the society symbols.
The National Technical Honor Society has official colors, emblem, insignia, and motto. The colors of the society shall be silver, white, and purple. The color silver represents value. Silver in our organization represents the value that is placed in each of you for the future of our nation and the world. The color white represents purity. White in our organization represents the new road before you as you begin your professional journey. The color purple represents royalty or persons of honor. Purple in our organization represents the honor you have brought upon yourself by your performance in your career and technical program and life. The emblem of the society shall be a shield crossed by a scroll bearing the letters of the national organization. Above the shield shall be the head of an American bald eagle with a wreath of 7 stars circling the eagle's head and representing the 7 attributes of membership. The insignia of the society shall be composed of the emblem and shall also include an arch upon which are inscribed the 7 attributes of membership. It also includes the year the society was established with the motto of the society inscribed on the foundation. The motto of the society shall be Felicitas Menti Instructe Favet, which translated reads, "Success favors the prepared mind." The motto, Brendan Jaranecki will now come to begin the candle lighting ceremony.
The 7 attributes of membership listed on the insignia represent the characteristics members possess and which help qualify us for the membership in this society. On the table is a lighted candle representing knowledge. Knowledge is familiarity, awareness, and understanding gained through experience or study. This candle represents the knowledge we have gained through experience and study in our career and technical education programs. Nicole Mayhew will now light the first candle.
The first member attribute is skill. Skill is the use of knowledge to develop great ability and expertise necessary to make a positive difference in a particular occupational field. I light this candle to represent skill. Nina will now light the next candle.
The second member attribute is honesty. Honesty is the quality of being truthful, trustworthy, and fair. It is being a person of integrity and respect. I light this candle to represent honesty. Michael Martlin will now light the next candle.
The third member attribute is service. Service is giving assistance and being ready and able to provide a helpful and useful act. I light this candle to represent service. Abby Kale will now light the next candle.
The fourth member attribute is responsibility. Responsibility involves the ability to act without guidance or superior authority and being answerable for your actions. I light this candle to represent responsibility. Matthew Papalardo will now light the next candle.
The fifth member of attribute is scholarship. Scholarship is the distinctive mark of one who has mastered some area of learning as reflected in the quality of his or her work, especially with respect to scope, thoroughness, and care. I light this candle to represent scholarship. Nikhil Parikh will now light the next candle.
The sixth member attribute is citizenship. Citizenship is being entitled with full civil rights and exercising the duties, rights, and privileges of the status. I light this candle to represent citizenship. David Jacobs will now light the next candle.
The seventh member attribute is leadership. Leadership is the responsibility of serving as a guided force and directing the way by going first with courage and confidence. I light this candle to represent leadership.
Inductees, we hope you recognize these 7 attributes in yourself and value these qualities which made you eligible for membership in the National Technical Honor Society. These qualities are the ones by which successful men and women are recognized in today's society. Please keep in mind that your success today is not an end, but a beginning of many successes throughout your life. Inductees, you have been nominated and duly elected into membership in the National Technical Honor Society. In a moment, we will be set up on the stage here, and your name will be called. You'll come up, your instructors will be here. Mrs. Palmer will greet you, and there'll be an extensive receiving line, lots of handshakes. Parents, feel free to get up and take photos. We're going to try and keep an area clear there for you. But I am a little nervous about the candles because they seem to be giving a lot of smoke, so I think I'm going to probably douse them so that we don't have any interruptions if nobody's offended by that. Better to err on the side of caution. So without any further ado, Mr. Hazel, could you give me a hand? do that. All right. Our first group tonight is automotive technology. I'd like to call Mr. McCarthy and Mr. Liebke. You're going to go down there. So you guys will come up, proceed this way, and Principal Collier and Dr. Delahanty will finish the line, and you can go back to your seats. Okay, our first inductee, Zachary Kuna. Garrett Houle. David Jacobs. Michael Senabaldi. I'd just like to take a moment. Michael has already been inducted once. He was inducted at Pinkerton as he's in the welding program there, and he's also eligible here. So he's a rock star in CTE world. So good for you, Michael. He's positioned him very well. Our next program is biomedical science, and I'd like to call Dr. Tom Pulte. And our first inductee is Michael Martland. Gabriella Palermo. I'd like to call Mrs. Susan Teresi and Mr. Craig Robinson for our business pathway. Business pathway, you might be wondering, is a sequence of 4 business courses where students actually earn 12 college credits while doing that. And our first inductee is Aiden Boppel. Corey Corcoran. I'm not sure if Corey could make it this evening, but we'll give him a round of applause anyway. Sebastian Farah. Several of our inductees made the effort. Spring sports started today, naturally. You know, we had to adjust the schedule because of weather and things like that, so kudos to these guys for showing up. And Tyler Wall. And now I'd like to call Mr. Ryan Granger, our construction technology instructor. And our first inductee in construction technology is Christopher Betts. And Nicholas Gore. Matthew Papalardo. Nikel Parikh. Our next program is engineering. Unfortunately, Mr. John Seaman, our instructor, could not make it this evening, but I'm sure we have a few pinch hitters here on stage that can fill in. And that would be Jacob Amin. Jacob as well will be completing two of our programs, both engineering and computer software and media applications. So our next program is Health, Science, and Technology, and I'd like to call Mrs. Janine Parent and Mrs. Mary Beth Cook, our RNs. And they always steal the show. Alexis Ahern. Olivia Barbaro. I'm not sure if she's here. Renee Boudreau. Round of applause. Daisy Bryant. Danielle Koffel. Gianna Danuccio. Kaylee Domigan. I'm not sure if Kaylee made it. Did she make it? Emma Figaro. I know there were some conflicts there. Kaylin Gibo. Okay, here we go. Brendan Jaranecki. Leah Kerr. Lucia Leone. She's in good hands. Haley Liptrap. Nicole Mayhew. Corinne Pease. Nancy Pinn. Meredith Richard. Ariana Rodriguez. Okay, Nina, I'm going to give this my best shot. Nina Sahasak Montri. Shannon Samowski. Areem Siddiqui. Richard Siracusa. Remy Sprague. Kaylee Walsh. Great job. Now I'd like to call Mr. Craig Robinson, who is our marketing education instructor. Abby Kale. Kaylee Greenfield. And now I'd like to call Mr. Christopher Hazel, our television and media production instructor. Autumn Rose Bogdan. Valerie Carino. Brianna Demers. Peyton LaCroix. Nathaniel Magoon. Christopher Riley. Rhiannon Rodriguez. And Caitlin Wilson. Okay, we're almost there. The last step in the initiation here is to state the National Technical Honor Society pledge, and these are supposed to be on your seat. However, I always have a backup plan, so if you'll all stand, please. I'm going to introduce Mei Chong, who was also inducted last year, and she's part of our TV and media production program. And she is going to lead you through the pledge. And if you look to the screen behind you, you can recite the pledge.
Okay. Right here, right? Okay, I'll look at this. Okay.
It's all right. So, as a member of the National Technical Honor Society, I pledge to maintain the highest standard of personal conduct. I will apply myself to continue a record of scholastic achievement, and I will strive for excellence in all aspects of my education. I will invest my talents, my skills, and my knowledge in my career of my choosing, and shall always endeavor to uphold my obligations as a citizen of my community and my country.
Okay, by the power invested in me, I declare that each of you is duly inducted into full membership of the National Technical Honor Society.